Hey everyone, I'm going to be answering the most common question that is ever asked from sellers, and that is, how in the world am I going to sell the house, and do I need to make any improvements? If you want to know the answer and hear my input, I'm going to do my very best to answer that. Stay tuned and I'll go ahead and answer it for you. All right, so this question never seems to get old. Sellers are always asking, hey, before I put my house on the market and I'm able to sell it, do I need to do any improvements? What do I do? How much do I spend? Is it really necessary? All of those questions kind of get wrapped up in one. It's a great question, by the way, and I'm going to do my very best to try and answer it as concisely as I possibly can. So the first thing that you need to know is if your goal is to get the most money out of your home and sell it in the shortest period of time, you need to be able to attract the largest pool of buyers that you possibly can. The best way to do that is to have a house that is absolutely perfect and is up to date and is in the best condition that you possibly can. You will definitely beat the market and maximize your returns on your home if you can go ahead and produce that product to the market. So what does that basically mean? Yeah, you got to do improvements. If that's what your goal is to sell it in the shortest period of time for the most money, you're going to have to do some improvements. Now, I'm also assuming that you have the means to be able to do that. You've got to have the funds and the people involved and the contractors in place to be able to do those improvements. So, the bottom line is, if you want to attract the most buyers that you possibly can, you're going to have to do those improvements. So what do the improvements look like? Right? Do I have to tear down my whole house and rebuild it, or can I just do a little bit of paint here and there? You're going to have to get it modernized or updated. So with some homes, that means that you're going to have to do some major renovation. If you've got a 25-year-old bathroom that hasn't been updated in 25 years, you're going to have to spend some money to get that thing modernized. You're going to probably have to get new cabinets, counters, maybe some new tiling work, maybe remove the old garden tub and put something else in there. So you're going to have some big ticket items. Other rooms may be pretty simple. It may be just a matter of putting new flooring in and paint. I would highly recommend anybody that has painted rooms that are painted for your family, if you will, you're going to want to neutralize it. I always tell people, think of a hotel room. Very generic, very neutral in their decorating, but make sure it's in style with current trends. And an agent will be able to help you out with that. Now, the other dynamic here is make sure that you're in line with what is happening in your specific neighborhood or your local area. Only an agent, a qualified agent, is going to be able to tell you exactly what is appropriate and in demand for your neighborhood. They're all a little bit different, all right? And also the price point makes a difference. So those are some things that you need to take in consideration. So then the next follow-up question is what we usually get is, okay, so if I put all this money into the property, let's say $25,000 worth of renovations, am I going to get that money back or maybe a little bit more? And the question to that is, or the answer to that is, maybe not. You may not be able to get all that. However, that was necessary in order to attract the largest pool of people that you possibly can that would be interested in your property. So once again, every neighborhood, it gets down to that level of detail. Every neighborhood is a little bit different. Granite counters in one neighborhood may be a big deal. And if you have a home that's on the market and doesn't have granite counters, you're not going to attract the buyers that you need in order to get the most money. Other neighborhoods, no big deal. There's plenty of homes out there without granite and it's not an issue. So once again, a local agent's going to be able to drill down and be able to give you those specific things. So overall, if you want the most money, sell the home in the shortest period of time, you want to attract the largest pool of buyers you possibly can, get your house updated. If you don't have the means to do that, talk to an agent. We've got a lot of resources that can bring sources in. We do bridge loans. You can borrow it. There's a lot of different ways that you can bring money in order to modernize your home and be able to reach your goals. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, you thought it was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube video and hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks.